All right, I'm Billy with Foil Outlet, and today we're going to talk about choosing the right wing size. We have a lot of customers coming in, kind of talking about what size wing should I get? Do I need a big wing, small wing? All those different questions. And the truth that comes down to depending on what you want to do with it. If you're going to be kiting with the wing, with the foil wing, if you're going to be surfing with it, you can be paddleboarding. Those are all factors into what wing size you want to choose. In general, the bigger the wing is, the more volume the wing has, the slower you're going to go while foiling. So foiling slow is good for things like small waves or big paddle boards or the wing foiling, as we're starting to call it. Anything that you want to foil slow, you'd want to go with a bigger, fatter wing. As you want to go faster, or as in for high or big waves or high speed kiting, you want to go with a smaller wing. So for kiting, for instance, something like this Slingshot Ghost Whisperer, it's a nice thin, narrow wing. That's going to go faster than something like on the other end of the spectrum.
I just pull this up so we can see it too. Get a sense for the size.
So if you're wanting to go slower, you go with the other end of the spectrum, something like this. This is the 2020 Nash Jet 2000, and it's a big, fat, wide wing. It's got a big tail wing on it too, which is also going to create some lift, and that's going to be a lot slower with more lift at slower speeds. So this would be better for paddle boarding or for wing foiling or anything that you want to go a little bit slower. So in general, your wing size is going to depend on what sport you're wanting to do, whether it be kiting, surfing, paddleboarding, wing foiling, and also what speed you're going to be doing in those sports. So with surfing, for instance, you might have a big wing and a small wing because you want to surf small waves where you'd want a bigger wing to get into those small waves and keep you moving. Or you might have a smaller wing for bigger surf where you're going to be going a lot faster.
So like the maneuverability, does that like if you were in a small wave with that, could you like lean more versus something like this? It's micro movements, or how does that work?
Yeah, exactly. So the bigger and wider the wing, the less maneuverable it's going to be.
Okay.
You're going to have to put more input and more body weight in to make it turn. A lot of that also has to do with the length of the fuselage and the size of your tail wing. That's going to also adjust your maneuverability.
Okay, got it. Cool. So then if somebody likes to have more of a direct feel on the water, like they've been surfing and they have a specific style, is there an advantage to, is it basically this is a surf foil and there are no other ones for that, but like in other words, like this is the category you have to choose from, they're going to all feel the same? Or is it going to be certain ones they're going to be able to put more input into it and basically gauge which one they buy based on how much kind of like feedback they want?
Right. So yeah, you can get one wing that will work for different sports and different sizes, and then that wing could also you can have different brands with different shapes that will have a different feel. So every wing feels different on its shape, and then also feels different from its size. And a lot of that is also the thickness. If a wing is really thick and fat, it's going to be slower, and that'll be good for like small wave surfing. If it's really thin and narrow, more like the Ghost Whisperer there, it's going to be faster and probably a little bit more maneuverable.
Okay. And then what about the rider? If I'm 250 pounds or I'm 100 pounds,
right?
What do you suggest there?
Yeah, that's a good thing too. So you go on your body weight as well. If you're heavier, you're going to need a little bit more size in your wing than a lighter rider would for the same conditions. Just like choosing a kite or a surfboard or anything like that. If you're a bigger guy or girl, you're going to need a bigger, thicker wing. And if you're smaller and lighter, then you can go with a smaller, lighter wing for the same conditions.
Cool. All right, well, you heard it from us here at Foil Outlet. Good luck on your purchase decision.